Let's see. So, Jello, good evening and welcome back. It's been a while, and I will put a link to a video that I've done before this one, which is Where Have I Been? There's a few little sneaky peeks in it, that's what's been going on. But other than that, it's now time to start catching up with the massive amount of part works. It's all from Hachette, so it's alright. So yes, welcome back. We are going to be doing 29 to 32 on the issues of this lovely model. And what's going on there? Something's gone wrong. Let's see. Is that going to work again? Right, let's try that. There we go, it's back. Right, so yes, there's the 11 model. I've actually got most of it still packed away somewhere, but I did pull out what looks like the bits that's required, which is obviously just the engine part. But don't forget, have a look at all the other parts. So let's go ahead and say a Jello all in the chat. Yes, I'm extremely late tonight, and then let's go ahead and go links, and then it should come up with all my links. There we go. So you can come join us on the Discord, where you can have a chat, have a look at photos, got any questions about this, any other part work builds I do, any other games I play, all the family friendly ones as well as the adult content games. It's all going to be on there. We also have our Facebook. I haven't actually been on Facebook for a while because of what I've been doing. It explains everything, but I will be going back to it very shortly because I've got a lot of catching up to do. We also have a link there. I've got to double check it still works for Fiverr, where you can go ahead and purchase merchandise, and that merchandise money all goes back into the company. We also have a Twitch. Obviously, we stream on Twitch, so come over to Twitch, give us a follow there. As long as you're an active follower and we hit 200 followers, you are automatically entered into a free competition where I'll spin a wheel and we'll find out who the lucky winner is, and we'll give them some prizes. There are a few prizes that are here. Obviously it's been running for a while and some stuff has expired, so I've already got that out, but there are some other stuff that I've put in its place. But we are also running out of time because some of it does start seem to take its toll, sort of thing, but never to worry about that. So we also have a Twitter, so head over to Twitter, find us on Twitter, hit that retweet, and you'll get a shout out for being a retweeter. We have our family friendly YouTube channel where we do all our family friendly YouTube games. We do Minecraft, we do Lego games. There is another new one coming out soon, but I've still got all the other ones to get on there. I've got to get back into it all, find all the Dimensions kits and start getting them out. We also have our YouTube adult account where this will be on. It's for all the adult content games as well as the part work builds, and we can always send a link over to it. We also do Lego builds as well, because at the minute we've still got the Ghostbusters one to do. We've got a few creator ones to do, some special edition ones, exclusive ones to Legoland. We've also got loads of packets of Lego minifigures, and they will be coming out separately. They are from a contact, and we'll get things going for that. The contact, she or he does not wish to be named, so we'll keep it as that, and they are happy with everything. Obviously they know why I've been away and they're happy for that, and obviously they've sent me some other bits. But going back to this Hachette build for the Eddie Stobart Moving the Nation, we can't wait to get cracking on that. So let's get rid of that a minute and come with it. Sort of, I think it's letting me move it. Right, so we'll get cracking on with all that. So there we go, and I know I do have a couple of lurkers around. Wabbit is here. She's just been quiet. And I'll be heading over to the Twitter very shortly to do the retweets. So this is your last chance to get them retweets in. Now let's grab Twitter up quickly. And alright, it's logged me into the wrong one again. Let's see, right, where are we now? Yes, Twitter. Right, I wonder, yes, right, come on, where's my tweet? It looks like we're going the hard way for the retweets. And Wabbit's just looking at me with a blank face. You right there, Wabbit? Right, okay, alright, so this last and final chance for those retweets. So let's see, I've got the right one. I think that is it. Right, let's view the tweets. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. There it goes. Right, so in first we have Roy, in second we have Wyatt, and in third we have Claire. Thank you very much, these three, for being top 3 retweeters. We also have Patsy. So thank you very much for the retweets. If you do retweet afterwards, thank you very much, but sadly you've just missed out. But I think I actually found the actual right one. If not, I'll probably read out the wrong one, but don't worry, it's all there and everything else. So if you haven't yet, come follow us and we'll be good to go. So what's going on here then? Let's just go on pear shape. There we go. Let's bring that back up. So here we go. So in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So oh, where is it? It's there. Hey, hello. Oh, hello. We are back. So we are going to get cracking on with these issues. I couldn't find the actual folder because obviously everything's been packed away, but we do have the spare folder. It has nothing in it, but we'll get it going and filled up as soon as we can. If there's space in the old one, we'll put it all in the old one and wait for this one to come into play. Alright, so we have 29, 31, 30, 31 and 32. So we'll move them out of the way. They are still wrapped up, so we'll get things going. Oh, hi Dap, how you doing? Yes, evening there, Spoon. So yes. Hi Claire, hi Scissor, hi Spoon. Yes, you're a bit late. But yes, thanks for the retweet. Right, so there's 29. There's a bit of rubbish we don't need. And it looks like we have a bell housing and a clutch assembly. And a DDO3. Okay, I'm sure we've got some DDO3 over here. DD3. Yeah, we've got an open packet there. I think that's open. No, that's closed. DDO3. Oh, that's empty. Okay, we'll move that one out of the way. No, that's a closed one, so we'll keep that one for now. And we'll move on to the rest. Right, so let's grab. Oh, let's put that there a minute. Let's grab the little mini kit. I can't seem to find my scalpel at the minute. And we'll pull. Ah, what do we do with that? Ah, there it is. It's because we used it for the Muppets the other day. Or the other week. What we're going to do, we're going to go straight across. And we'll grab the bits out. Remember, get an adult to use the blade for you if you're a kid, because we don't want to lose any fingers. And whenever you go in to cut, you make sure you cut away from you, so away from your thumb to your chum, and we don't need that bit of rubbish. Right, so I saw DDO3, which are them ones. DDO7, so I'm sure we've got some DDO7s here. Yes, we've got some DDO7s there. So the rest of them can sit there nicely, and we'll grab them as and when we need to. So we've got 3 and 7, and we got an open. Oh, there's a closed packet 7, which has. Oh no, that is open. So we use that one. So we only need 2, so that can go over there. That can put away. DDO3, we just had that a moment ago. That's 6, DJ3, 3 in there, 3 in there. That's closed, so we'll leave that one there and we'll use that one. That's 8 and that's 6. So yeah, we'll use these 2 packets and go from there. So it looks like really a lot of stuff here. These are just a little push fit, so that must go on the engine block, which looks like it sits in there because you do have a little locating hole there. Let's go for that. The locating hole just there, and looks like you've got 2 screws, so we've got a locating peg, so it must be them 2 screw holes which will sit on there. Yeah, it sits on there, but that's going to be a bit tricky because we're screwing this side, so it looks like these will go together, so they are off centered. So let's have a quick look. So I'm going to say them parts probably sit towards the chassis, and that's sitting up there like that. Yep, they are off centered, so they just go together quite nicely, and it's just a nice simple push fit. So yeah, you've got access to screws this end. So I've got one there and one there. But then we've got these here, so we probably want, what ones was a DD? I did say DDs, didn't I? DPs. DPs for plastic. So we'll grab 2 of these out, and I want a bigger screwdriver. We want our, there we go. And we'll just grab 2 out, and we'll just screw them in. But yeah, both parts are plastic, which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked this outer piece here die cast, same as the engine block and all that, but obviously it's not. So we'll screw the covers together. Let's see if I get the right one. I'm waiting for my replacement light to come because obviously I had one, plugged it all in, and it worked for about 6-7 minutes, and then it just went off and would never come back on again. So knowing me, I had a quick little look at it, and a couple of the resistors are detached. So yeah, and that's gone back, and we've got a replacement on its way. So yeah, we'll just nip them up like we all do, not over tighten them because obviously it's plastic and don't want to strip it out. So we'll then find the locator pin again, which is just there, and we'll just place it on there like so, and then we'll get the DD, which is for the die cast, and we only want two of those. Yeah, 2 of those. So we've got 1 spare. Rip the corner off, and we'll just whip out 2. 1 and 2. Right. Oh, got a bit of chat here. Said that one. Hi Roy, how you doing? Thanks for the retweet. How have you been? Yeah, I've been really well. If you have a look at the last video, which isn't on here, it will be on YouTube very soon. It should come out this Saturday. It's Monday now, so it'll be this Saturday. It should be out for around about lunchtime, and that is an update video of where I've been. Let's see if I can find the hole. I'm not going to get my head right in there, but let's try and find it. Right, there we go. Because we're going into metal, we want to do lefties and righties and sort things out. Can you please spot the difference there, Dap? Because if you go back to the beginning of the Stobart build, you'll notice something different from the first one and this one. And no, it's not clothing. Clothing doesn't count. But you might find something slightly different. Yes, Nightbot is there working its tricks. I have noticed when I've had to log everything in again today, because obviously I've been off for a while again, everything's sort of changed. So I'll have a chance to have a look through all the settings and make sure everything's working. So fingers crossed you can hear me all right and getting things going, and we'll just get things up and running. So yeah, left and right, and we are in almost. Yep, I was about to skip the head, and there we go. So we've only got that part done. So yeah, it is looking quite nice. It is getting there, and it's now time to head over to the book. And as you can tell, the book has been on screen. I've not looked at it or anything like that. And there we go. So excellent, thank you very much. Yeah, well, even if it's not on Eddie Stobart, you can always have a look at any of the other ones with the lovely face cam on. As you can see, no face. Yeah, pop onto any of them, and there is a bit of a spot the difference, and where it is grinning from ear to ear. And she's already pointed it out. What's the spot the difference? But it doesn't count. So here we go, number 29. Obviously I'm reading upside down, which I don't really like doing, but needs must. So we like to, alright, so we call it clutch housing plate. Well, here's normally back plate, but you only have like smaller ones, but it's sort of like where the clutch sits, and obviously the bell housing. And then you have the gearbox on the back here. So they're calling it a clutch housing, but I know it as a bell housing. So a lot of other mechanics will also say it's bell housing. So yeah, I've done all that. Yeah, screwed them together, and yes, we've found locating and everything else. Oh, so that's a sneak peek of what's coming up. Is it? No. Oh, that's it. Same as how to screw it in from the back, which obviously we've done. I thought that's something new, but it's not. It's just a screwdriver. So what we've got here then, we've got the business balance sheet. So we'll probably have a read of that. I must find the other folder, because obviously that's got all the other ones in, which I still haven't finished reading. That's all more about the balance sheets. I'm not going to go into too much detail. There is one person that wants me to scan all this, send it over to them, and then they will do an audio from me, and I can have that attached to the channel at a later time. So what we've got here, the Mercedes 1840 P-Reg. Alright, so yeah, that's alright then. That's Marianne. That's not too bad. And then obviously we've got and that one's Taz. Is there any back here? What one's that one? That one is Sue Ellen, and the one I can't see. That one's Sue Ellen. I'm not going to have an attempt at reading them ones. What else is here? That's about that. Alright. And then obviously in our next one, which I will be bringing out very shortly, is the gearbox part. So 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, 2 lots of screws, DP 6 and 7. I think we've got them there anyway, and we'll go from there. So we'll bring the folder in, and yes, it's nice and fresh, and we'll just hook it on there. I'm not going to close it up, and we'll just move it to one side, and we'll quickly go to a quick mini break so I can adjust myself and get the next booklet out. So let's go. Oh, which one was it? I think it's Be Right Back. Yeah, that's it. Ooh. So there we go. So quick adjustment, and there we go. So we can have a quick see what's going on and get the next issue in, which is number 30. Right. Oh, there we go. So yeah, we're creeping up with stuff. We are still trying to get to the 200. Alright, let's see. So yeah, we're not far off. So the more the merrier is great, and everything else. And I think I will be doing something for YouTube, but it's a bit hard to do for YouTube because people are not showing things. I do have 2 more packets to open up and a mystery packet also from Hachette. I think I know what it is. I think it's the missing pocket watch from the Titanic. But here we go. So we are now ready to move on back to number 30. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, didn't do ad break. It's alright. I've just got to try and get back into things, but we'll do an ad break on the next one. So 3, 2, 1, and here we go. We are now back. As you can tell, I've had a slight adjustment. Oh, yes, I can hear that now. Sounds. Thank you very much for the creeper fuse. That's the 1000 bits. Unfortunately, I can't find anything for the part work builds, but I will try and find something. Hopefully I don't get a strike for that. Yes, I had to challenge 5 of my videos because someone has actually put a claim against the sound, and the sound is obviously my voice where they were putting it in. They try and say it's their voice, so again we all had to challenge them. And it was really fun leaving messages with YouTube and everything else. They asked me to read a paragraph of their choice, and obviously I read a paragraph of their choice, and yeah, they then said, right, okay, we'll cancel them claims, and I went from there. Right, so this one's quite easy. We'll just open it up and we'll just discard the rubbish. And Rabbit's not happy with it because the my temporary rubbish bin is overfilled because obviously from last streams I never had a chance to empty them because we obviously had a family holiday and things like that. So let's get rid of all that. What's that? Oh, so it just flicked on the screen. So what here? So we've got plastic part of the gearbox. So I would say that's the top, that's the bottom. We've got a couple of parts now which I need to open up. DP06. Oh, sorry about that. That's DD. DP06. That's got 3, and that's got 3. Well, we'll use that one then. And we have DD7. I did say we had that, didn't we? That's 6, 8, 7. There's 3 in there, 3 in there, so I know we'll keep up with that one. We've got an open one, so we'll use that one. And we'll keep that one, so we've got 2 of them. Right, okay. Right, so let's see. We'll see what we get then. So that must go on top. Looks like it only goes one way because you've got the 2 holes here and here. Got 2 like screw parts, and they look like DP07 screws, and that should sit in there quite nicely. And that is the what looks like the gear selector and everything else. Alright, so we want 7s, so we want the 2 7s that's in there. So we'll whip them out and screw them in place. Because it's plastic, we obviously don't want to over tighten it. And we'll sort that out. Alright, so we'll grab that. These Wera screwdrivers are really good. I was told, oh, you've got to go grab yourself a magnet. I've not had to use a magnet tool on it, and I've been using for a while now. So there we go, nice and gently screwing up. There we go. Then we get the next one. I'll just make sure it's on the end, and we'll just nicely insert it and go from there. Oh, Rabbit's still pointing at the giveaway. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, that's looking pretty good. So I'm right, that is the top, and that looks like that would, yeah, sits on top there. So okay, so we've only got half a gearbox in this. So what? Okay, we've got a couple little bits here. So again, kids, get grown up to use the knife. Only get what you need out, and always remember, away from your thumb to your chum. So you can go like that, away from your thumb to your chum. But we're going to go left to right for me, and then we put the blade away. Safe practice all the time, and we get rid of that bit of rubbish. I might just have this little pot, or this little bag here for the rubbish, and we can go from there so I don't actually lose anything. Let's plonk that there, wedge that there. Alright, so okay, so we've got a couple of bits of plastic here, a bit of selectors. We'll probably get the actual names of them soon. So that's a small one, and that's a small and a big one. Right, okay. So, oh, it's a small one as well. Right, I'll need to find something quite small. That do. Just poke it in there, because that hole was not visible at all. Alright, so what we no, that's it. Alright, so that hole wasn't visible at all. And we can see how this goes together. So let's have a look, have a little play. So that must sit over there like that. It's got to sit on there like that. So does that have one of these that goes in? Looks like there's supposed to be some sort of little locator here. Can't be defeated. No, maybe we like do things ourselves. Okay, so that must go in there like that. Alright, so then that. Oh, hang on. Hi there, Wabbit, finally joined the stream. Alright, so that goes on there like that. And that must go underneath there. I'm not happy with that. I'm not going to give up and use the book. We don't like that. Does it go in the other way? Ah. Could go that way because we've got a hole that goes straight through. That could just screw together. And then this, oh, if I put that round the right way, goes on there, and does it clip on that? No, it won't. Ooh. Okay. Does it? Ah, does it screw into there? But then that's too far away. Oh, no. Sugar plums. There we go. Alright. Let's have another look here then. Yeah. There it is. Alright. Did it go like that? Oh. Let's see. No, 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 no. But yes, that must definitely go on now. And then that's just for them to go together. Like a little linkage. Not really. Not that way. Not really that way either. Alright, don't want to give in, but we might have to. Let's see. Because that can only go on one way, which it has. That wouldn't go through that way because there's nothing to screw it on the other side. Would it go that side? then there's nothing to screw it. Got with this side, something to do with this side. Let's put that in there. It looks like it should go like that. Sits like that. That sits in there. But that's quite proud still. There's like a little bit of added material just on the tip there. So there's the knife gone. I'm just going to get just enough blade out and try, like I said, away from the thumb to your chum. Give that little trim down there. There you go, that's just got rid of that little high spot. Blade away. Now that, there you go, it sits in there nicely. Well, go back on there. Real nice tight fit. So, but it seems to be going like that. Okay, we'll leave it up then. That's got a bit. I've got a funny feeling that should actually be going downwards and clipping on there. If not, not to worry, we can always adjust it after reading the book. But that's not clipping in at all. Okay, well, it seems to only want to fit that way up, so we'll fit it upwards. Right, so we'll grab a couple of screws out. And I think we'll change it to our smallest one. Here we go. Our smallest one, which is a pH 000. So that one's only likes going that way. And we'll go nice and gentle. Because these are very fine threads, we'll do it nice and gently and make sure we don't over tighten. There we go. We'll left that a little bit loose because I don't know if that's going to have a little bit of movement or anything. But then we've got that like that. So I'm going to put a screw in that end, just there. And then we'll take a look in a minute. But I don't think... Can't go there unless that goes through there, then into... No, can't do. Unless that goes there like that, but what's that going to go to afterwards? Right, okay. I've got a funny feeling that's got to go downwards. But we'll soon find out in a moment, because I'm not 100% happy. Right, I'm going to say that goes that end and that's got to go a 180. Leave that there a minute and we'll just head over to the book and see if I'm right. Let's see. Right, so you have a nice crash, that's alright then. That sort of crash. Yeah, Rabbit's been busy working, and then obviously we've had our family holidays and things like that, so she won't be doing her streams just yet, but she will be. And there we go, so yeah, those parts we've got. Let's see if I was right. Yeah, sort of. I was right on this part. And going down there. That goes on there, so that's up like it is there. And that goes in there somehow. Oh, no. but them holes don't like match up. Yeah, okay, so that's where it goes. So ain't too bad with everything. And that's the final look of that bit. So we'll quickly whip that in there. Right. So haven't done too bad really. Been a while since I actually worked on all this. I'm quite rusty still. And that's on there nice and tight. Does say anything how tight that's got to be? No, doesn't. So we'll go from there. We'll see what that'll nip up even more. Yeah, there you go. That's nipped up. So we are almost good to go. So there's that, which looks like that in a way, and that'll be sitting on the back there. Right. So let's see the story of Steady Eddie. So that would be quite easy. So yeah, Steady Eddie. Don't think I saw that trailer. Let's see. That's more of the story. Obviously, we'll see if that contact man would like to do all the reading. The channel tunnel. Oh, so it sounds like they helped out with that. Transporting or just transporting goods for it, probably. And there we go. And then obviously we've got the bottom half of the gearbox and the first part of the prop shafts. Prop shaft and yoke. So what we'll do then is now bring the folder back in and stick that in place. We'll go over to the ad brakes and we'll actually try and run the ad brakes. So let's see. Oh, let's go. Be right back, and we'll quickly go ahead and find the ad brakes. So I think I'll do a double ad brake, so bear with me. So that should cover the last one. So 3, 2, 1, and ad brake. Right, fingers crossed the ad brake is kicking in. But if you're watching this back on YouTube, then you've got me for how long the ad brake is. It will pop up somewhere for a little timer. Let's see how the chat's going along. So I read that part. Yeah. So yeah, for some strange reason the microphone's not working for Rabbit as well when she wants to do her streaming. Okay, so Night Damp, thanks for coming along. You can just leave your phone running and we'll get the viewers. And hopefully the count goes up. So yeah, and everyone's just saying night to him. Right. Oh, I've just noticed something new there. So we'll obviously I've got to have a look at everything, get things going, and see how things turn out. But where's the timer gone? I can see a line going, but there's no timer on it. Alright, so let's get ready for number 31, and we'll get that cracked out, and hopefully we'll be able to attach them. So I'll say that goes there, that goes there. I need 4 of them. We've got a couple packs here, but I don't know what they are. Oh, that's a pin. And loads of DP08 screws. DP08s. That's 7s. That's DD. DP6. 7. And open 6. D3s. DP6. Okay, so we've got a couple of open DP6, so we'll try and get them used. And what else? That one, DP8. So yeah, we've got one DP8 which we can use. Oh, okay. Oh, I see the timer now. The timer kicked in around about 20 seconds. So we better get ourselves over in a moment. So here we go. Nice countdown. 3, 2, 1. And we should be able to go again. So here we go. Ready for number 31. So here we go. Number 31's in. Oh, I've got enough. Just noticed that we've got a shadow of the microphone. Let's see if I can get rid of that in a minute. Yeah, there it goes. And hopefully you can still about hear me. Yeah, I'll just move move it back a bit more. Yeah, well, we've got that shadow out of the way, and looks like you can still hear me. And we'll crack on. Well, that's just gone a bit peaked on. Yeah, that's not plugged in, so I'm not going to get double echo. So here we go. 31. Yep. Just leave it like that, because I've been accused by a few people that I read the book and then do the part work build, but book's wrapped up, I'm live and I'm doing part works, or the book is on screen, you can see the book and I'm doing it. Another person said I'm building 2 of them. With the current climate and that, I would love to build 2, would love to build more, but I just can't afford it. This is what I get, 4 issues delivered to me at the time, so we're looking at, say, what is it? They are $9.99. I've also gone for the next one up, because obviously we've got all the bits and pieces. So we're looking at what, 10, 11 quid, 22 quid an issue. That's, yeah, I'll say nearly 50 quid set of issues. I just can't afford to, like, it's just like, let's say £45 for 4 issues with all the other stuff that goes with it, and yeah, that's what, £90 for 2 Eddie Stobarts. I just can't afford it. So, especially with everything that's going on. So there's that. So we have DPO8, which we obviously said we've got some, and we have the, well, nice pin that goes into the yoke and shaft. So we'll work it out which way round in a moment. So that's obviously too big, so it must go like that. But oh no, that's too big as well. Ooh. Right, no worries on that. But let's crack on. So it looks like the shaft, or the yoke, goes there, and we have the top piece goes on there, locking that in that way. Oh, come on. Oh, you're not going to lock in, are you? Oh, there it goes. That's nicely locked in. So there's nothing there. So same screws in that hole there and there later on, and then we obviously got the yoke in. So that's not going to be one of the things that actually turns all the time. So we'll leave it like that. Leave it that way. Feels better. So there's no screw in that side. So it looks like the only way to screw them in is from the bottom. There's 2 there and 2 there. That must be 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it would leave 2. So we'll have to find out where the other 2 goes. But then we've got loads of little screws for that. Am I missing some screws? Where's the last issue? Last issue. No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, right, okay. We'll to investigate that a little bit. Right, so definitely know there's two that's got to go in the bottom there. And I think is there actually holes through them. Oh, right, okay. So what is it? 4, 5, 6. Right, okay. We'll try it like that then. So we'll grab this one because as you know it's odd, and then we can put that in the bin. That means I've got to leave 2 in that packet, and we'll go for our big head. Just tighter fit. That goes through. Yeah, right, okay. So we'll put one in there, in the base there. Right. That's just nipped up, and now we'll dive into a new packet of DP08s. Can't take the corner out, and we'll grab another one with the bottom, and then we'll pull the engine in and we'll get that attached. But what I might do is put the prop shaft on and see how that turns out. Alright, and there we go. That's just nice and tight. Alright, so there's the gearbox with first prop, like that because it's got a bit of flex, and I'm going to say this end, because that north side's in and out, will be like this end for us. And looks like we've got to try and put this pin through. So instead of slicing it open, I'm just going to put the pin into a corner, is what I normally do with screws, and push it through. So I'll have a hole, and I'll just keep pushing the screws out one by one. Obviously it won't work really well with these ones, but it does work well with bigger screws. Right, we'll just slide it through. Hopefully you'll feel some sort of resistance and it stays. Okay, not much resistance, but that is in there smooth, and there we go. One prop shaft on, so then it means 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll screw onto the gearbox to hold it onto the bell housing. 2 more, 3 and 4. So then that leaves them for later. So we'll grab our engine and we'll slide the gearbox on there. So plastic into plastic, we've got to be careful. And what we'll do a little bit of moving work, left and right work, and we'll go from there. Alright, so in there goes there. Because obviously we've got to try and find a hole. Make sure we get the right hole. Yes, no, yes, yep, that's biting. Alright, we'll do this side. Yes, there is a little place so we can get the other screws in. Go to the opposite side and go for the bottom. So we're not trying to wedge it all in one way. And then we've got to undo, loosen, adjust and everything else. And we'll put that in there. And go from there. Right. So far so good. We haven't done too bad, so that's tighter. And we'll just nip this side up. Just like so. Get another one. Got this one there, and we'll just work it in. Oh, I thought I just saw something come up on the screen, but no. And we'll screw it in nicely. Right, then we'll go the other side, and we'll get this one in place, and then after that we have number 32 to go, and it should be actually there. Oh, there we go. That's in there. Job done. Right. So we have one engine and a gearbox with a prop shaft. So hopefully we can get things moving. Don't like it like that because that seems to be pointing upwards. Oh, that's more level now for me. And going, that does look like it's bent out. So I might have to give that a little adjustment off cam. And there we go from the other side. One engine, one gearbox. So it is getting quite a big bit of meat there. And let's have a quick look at the book. I'm assuming that's how it goes. As you know, we don't look at the book and go like that. Because if I did look at the book, that means I've got to scan certain bits in and then get them pointing here, there, and everywhere. But hey, there we go. So let's see. Right, base of gearbox, drive shaft, gear shaft. Yeah, because I'm not. And obviously screws and a pin. Alright. So yeah, so they do it how I like to do it as well. A little locator. So we're supposed to use tweezers to put it in. Yeah, okay, we didn't. Goes together nicely. Obviously we didn't put them two together until it was like that. And then obviously we screwed it in. Oh, so there was a little locating pin, which obviously I didn't see. But it's okay, it went on there nicely. Obviously we knew that's on the top. There'd be like some sort of crossbar that will go across the chassis that will hold it up. And oh, is there something else we've got to do? Oh no, let's just point out where the screws were, that's fine. So what's up next then? We have up and down the country. So yeah. So obviously you've got different ways that they do, and obviously just little sub bits there. We have the DAF XF, Bethany Carries, which is a 54 reg, 2004. What name's on that one then? There's no name on that one. And yeah, it's just there's Bethany one. There's no name on there, and it looks like it's also used for the military. Obviously I'm just going for what I can see at this angle. And next we have parts for the turbocharger. So it looks like we've got exhaust and turbo box, heat shields, some sort of exhaust bracket, but we'll dive into that very shortly. So we'll be right back for the last one, and we'll go ahead and grab this ad break going. So 3, 2, 1 and ad break. Right, so while that's now going, oh, I forgot to put it in the folder. It's alright, we'll stick in the folder when we get the next one out. Like I said, I'm really rusty. It's been a while since I've done this. It must have been quite a while, but yeah, everything will be there, so not to worry. And I am roasting. Web's just got a nice big smile on her face, and yes, after I finish the stream, I would love a lovely cuppa. Don't give me evils. Alright, we are about to come back because the time has started. So we'll do a countdown from 3 again, and we'll go back in. So 3, 2, 1, and back over there, and we are now back. So yes, welcome back. We're back again. So like I said, I did forget to put that in the folder, so we'll bring the folder in, and we'll just slide it in, just like that, and like that, and then we'll move it over. Yeah, that's okay. So we're going to move on to a number 32. So we'll just pull the parts out. Oh, there's quite a lot of parts here. So hopefully it's bagged up in a nice way. I will probably have to adjust myself live. So we want DPO 8, DPO 7. Loads of sealed packets of 3s, and there's 2 in there, so we only need one of them, so we'll use that one. And DPO 6, we've got a couple of open ones there, so it looks like we need 4 because there's 5 screws in there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got an odd one there, so we can keep that one there. And that one is DPO 8, so we've got all the ones we need. And yes, we'll quickly adjust ourselves, and we'll go ahead and grab our blade, using obviously cutting that. Again, kids, get grown up to use a knife like this, just get as much as you need. And we'll just gently slide down. You can use scissors, but I can't find the actual scissors I would use. Put the blade away, blade safety, and we'll go like that. And we'll just slide all the pieces out, and hopefully we can get things cracking. Alright, yep. And then bits. So let's just double check that is all empty. Do a quick little roll up, and we'll stick it in our little mini bin to go in our big bin. I think this one's going to be quite a long stream. Let's get screwed to one side a minute. What was it? Those are 6s, 7, 6 and 8. Alright, so what we've got here then? Heat shields, exhaust bracket, which looks like only goes in one way. So yeah, that sits in there nicely. Just like that. So we've got an exhaust bracket, exhaust shields, some sort of dryer, which looks like it's a push fit because there's no screw holes. And there's the exhaust. Now, normally the exhaust is in one continuous piece, but obviously it looks like we've got to screw it together. So let's have a look here. Looks like it is off-centered. That's like it. So yeah, it's going to be a push fit, just like that. Those are small, so they'll be the DPO 6s. What was it? Oh no, there's 2, 4, 5. So they can go there. So there, like that. That goes like that. So then we've got the exhaust here. So those are 2 there and 2 there. So that's 4. And so it must be 7s and 8s for this. So 7, 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's have a look here then. We have
that would be one of the main pipes, because it looks like it's got the manifold, not manifold, the turbo on. That sits there like that. Well, that doesn't look too bad. But there's something that goes there. Something goes there. I'll do more exhaust there. Does that go inside? No, of course not. So these bits go together like that. So that must go down, so the screw must be on the inside. That sits in there like that. That sits there like that. And must have more exhaust to come. And that sits there like that. Yeah, that's the only way it will sit. So that must be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. So, okay, so we've got it in some sort of order. So if they click there like that, they might just screws on. So unless those are 7s, not too sure. I need to only 1 7, so I would say that goes inside the exhaust. Yep. Oh no. Oh, I've got it. I was just being a spoon. Oh no, that's right. So yeah, screw must go in there. So we'll go for the big head. And we'll screw that in there, nice and gently. What's going on there? Why does that keep flicking from big to small? Right, so we'll screw that in there just like that. Not over tighten it. That looks fine to me. Then, as the 7's now finished, we've got a few 4 6s, haven't we? Because there's that one. 1 2 3 4 5. So only 4's in use. So 3 4. So we'll put one of them back. So 7 can go there. The other 7s. Right, now let's get this part together again. So this nice one piece that goes there, links the turbo together. Right, so we need 1 2 3 number 8s. We'll get them 2 out there. They can go in the bin. I want 1, give me 1. Give me 2. No, 1. Right, we deal 1 at a time. Get them on there. So what we'll do, we'll keep it rested like so. And we'll go next to the turbo. So it keeps the exhaust pipe straight. And we'll just nip it up. So we've got a bit of flexibility. There we go. And we'll get another one. Stick it at, which I'm going to say a adjoining part for the next part of the exhaust. For the midsection. There we go. Do that one up now. There we go, and then we've just got this front one to go. Right. So we'll need to open up a new packet. So yes. Right. I will say now I've got plans for next year's holidays already in place. And deposits will be put down as of next month, because the bookings isn't open yet. So that must go in there nicely. Alright, so that's all that in place. And we'll do this small little section of exhaust. well, towards the turbo end. So yeah, there's the turbo. As you can see, the turbo. So you've got inlet and outlet. Right, let's grab another three of them. Onto. Oh, yeah, too many. Right, okay, we'll just put them back, the ones we don't use. Right, so we'll take that one, put it in the middle of the exhaust. Come on, in the middle you go. And we'll screw that in there. There we go. Right, there is still a little bit of flexibility. Next one goes over the turbo. Oh, come on. Alright, come on. Right, in we go. So yes, where it is still grinning like a Cheshire cat, because she's still pointing out the spot difference. And yeah, I would say go back, check the other videos, and you certainly see something different. But if you're cheeky enough, you might even be able to see the special video that will be coming out, because the spot difference will explain everything. And there we go. So there's the exhaust, like so. We'll see how that fits in there in a minute. So it's got to be a nice way, and then obviously that goes on that end there. So the only goes one way, and that would be another one of these DP08s, I think it was. There we go. Got in there, yes you are. Excellent, thank you very much. Okay, we'll have to work it in. Right. There we go, so that's all in place. There's slight movement. Get it screwed in. Right, so now that's like that. So let's see how that will sit on here then. Right, so if that goes there like that, would that go something like that? So it's too far away. That's too high. Have I got it the right way around as the first thing? Yeah, I must have, because that's all fuel. So yeah, so we'll go this side, and we'll see how it looks in a minute. So we'll put the clamp on. So let's have a look at this clamp then. We'll back on the left side. Looks like it goes too far away. It's way too far away, so it must go this way. Come on, there you go. Come on. Let's do, because the heat shield won't go on otherwise. Which screws something like that, looks like. Right, so you have a screw hole here, they line up. So then the clamp goes over, and that is when we use two of our DP06s. Put the 8 up there in it, and then we'll have a look at the book and see where things go. Let's go ahead and grab our small head. Get that on there. I think the small head is quite small, but it does go in hold nicely. Don't put too much on it, because obviously you've got to make sure the clamp goes on evenly. And I'll give this little rip open. Oh no, I think we will have to bring that one back. Put that in the bin. That should be okay. Just miscalculated, so we'll get the bottom one in there. There we go. Oh. Okay, so we'll change that up ahead to a pH 00. That feels better. What's in there? That in there. Does it separate? No. It's loose, but obviously it's just how it's fitting by the plastic. Oh. So that's nice and tight. So let's see how that goes. So that goes in like that. So we have a heat shield. Normally a heat shield wraps around stuff. And right, gotta go that way. It's got to go on there. So yes, it must go that way. So this one, that's in there. That's nice. So yeah, heat shield goes like that. But it seems like it's a bit short. But it's holding. So we'll go ahead and screw it. If we've got to adjust it, we'll adjust it. But we'll come across it in a moment. Right, so that can go in the bin, and we'll get these screws on. Like always, we'll get it working in, and then we'll just tighten up as we need to. Well, obviously it's popped off, so we'll put the other side in now. Just get the hole sorted out. Oh. There we go, get that in there. And we are almost good to go. Right. That's screwed in there. Remembering not to over tighten it. Put that away. Put that away. And we can put this DP08 away, but it's not needed. And then we can have a little play to see where and how that sits on there. So that could go up here. Does that go? Aha, that goes on there. So we must get a screw from the other packet and screw. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 screw packets in that one. So that must screw on there. And the rest of the exhaust comes down onto what? Behind the clamp there, and comes down this way. And then I reckon something's going to hold it across there, because there's some sort of a fixing point there, and that plugs in there. There we go. So that screws on there, that screws on there. There's the air intake. So that's the air inside, breathes No. There's manifold there. Okay, so what I thought was a bracket must be the, yeah, that's the rest of the air intake. So the air goes in through the filter and then into the turbo. As the turbo spins around, it's then being pushed out this way and then into the inlet manifold. And then obviously this was the exhaust manifold, which is a bit wrong really. They've messed up some sort of thing here, because obviously air goes into the turbo and then gets pushed around and then down into the air intake, and then you obviously got the exhaust comes out in here, spins around and then down the exhaust pipe and out. It looks like they've messed up a little bit. Well, that sits there like that. So we have some pre-fitted stuff, and we'll obviously get that finished off in the next episode. But for now, let's slide that there. And get the book out. Rubbish to one side. And we'll open up number 32. Obviously, as you saw the previous video where I've opened up loads and loads, feet have gone numb. As I've opened up loads and loads of packets, we've got a few more sitting around. It's just junk. Right, so yeah, we've got turbo pipe with the compressor, turbo pipe with compressor, air in tank, so yeah, that's the air in tank, filter cover, filter, okay. We have protective plate, so exhaust plate, which is what that, exhaust cover, heat shield. Then we've got the exhaust turbines, which I'm somewhat happy with the design of it, and then we have some screws as well. Right, so yeah, we worked all this out ourselves, so we wanted you to connect the exhaust together. We've done the air tank first, then we worked out the exhaust, putting them together and putting all them on. Yep. Right, worked out the clamp ourselves, put the heat shield on. I want you to leave it like that, but then we've managed to make it fit. So inventing the true trailer. Well, I'm assuming that's the that one there. So I won't go into too much details because there's no name seen on it without me looking deep at it. And hazardous loads, yes, I've seen quite a few of them about. Not Stobart ones, but hazardous ones on the road. I was going through the tolls southbound way of the M25, and you go through the tunnel, Dartford Tunnel, and on the left hand side there was hazardous trailers going from the traffic lights there all the way back to the checking building. It's like 3-4 deep, so you've got like 3-4 lanes all going in, and because it's a hazardous load and it's going through a tunnel, they need to be escorted through. They don't just go one at a time, they do a big batch at a time, and it's like time slots. And then yeah, silence the part of the exhaust pipes, support fixings and screws. So yeah, a couple more bits of exhaust, a bracket and silencer box. So square flange there meets up with that one, then it looks like them two wraps around that and that, so that's probably sticking out this end, that's sticking in that end, them two go together. There's a bracket there which must go somewhere, which I'm going to assume there's like this little cutout there which goes on this end, square box, and attached to the back of the engine, and that's where the screws are kept. So we'll go ahead and stick that in. It is cracking on quite late now. Yeah, it's definitely late. I won't clip it because obviously I need to find where the other folder is and go from there. So I'll put screws away, I'll put the knife away, and we'll leave you with, yeah, let's go like that. You can see more of our work. So yes, there we go. We'll go ending soon. So yes, thank you very much for coming along. It has been great. Let's see, anything else in chat? No, chat's been good. So yes, don't forget to come join us on our links, which I'm going to stick out now for last time for tonight. So come join us on our friendly Discord, where you can have a chance to have a look at photos, videos, all the links are there. We have the Fiverr, that's your store to purchase merchandise. We have our own Facebook, so come join us on Facebook. I will be returning to Facebook because I'm bound to have loads of messages to catch up on. Oh, I forgot to mention we do have an Instagram, so yes, go find us on Instagram. Behind every photo should be a link to the videos. I might actually change them out and put the actual watch list there instead. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to our Twitch, watch us live. Be a follower, be one of the 200 to be entered into a free competition to win some goodies. We did do it for 50, we're now doing it for 200. We're also on Twitter, so hit us up on Twitter. Hit that retweet every time we go live and you get mentioned, as long as I read the right tweet. We also have our friendly YouTube channel where we play Minecraft games, Lego games, and we are going to be playing some new ones very soon, as well as the old classic ones and everything else. I've just got to find the Dimensions kits and find out where the actual games are, because I've moved a lot of stuff around. We also have the YouTube adult account where this will be going on it, as well as all adult content games. I will be bringing one of the adult content games back very soon because it's that time of month soon and the game is best suited for it. There may be more Stobart builds coming out, so I can get that down, and then I'll be going over to the Titanic and helping Rabbit with her doll's house. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, of build works to catch up on. I can't remember the numbers where they are, but I think, if I remember rightly, other members from the Facebook group page is late 40s, early 50s. I'm just early 30s now, but don't worry, I will catch up and we'll go from there. At the time of recording, there has been some postal strikes, so postage of these deliveries are delayed, but we'll get around it somehow. So yes, thank you very much for coming along. It has been great. Don't forget, check out the description of the video on YouTube, because down there are people that we are following and supporting. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.